Welcome to TRS Clips, the channel that we hope is a brain workout for you.
But one interesting point I must mention. When I had just graduated, you could say, from my Wiccan Academy, at that time I was sort of lazing around for a few months, just not doing anything, lolling in the sun. And a friend of mine who had been in the academy, she had also graduated. This actress, she was well known at that time. So she came to me and she said, look, Ipsita, I have to go to Tennessee, to Memphis, because there's a shoot there. And I'll be given a very nice bungalow, a southern style bungalow. And I'm your senior, you know that. Now, she said that because there was a rule that if a senior asked you to do something, you had to do it. So she was by a few months, really, 6 months or so, senior to me. So she said, so, I need a junior to help me. So I said, what help do you need? She said, you see, I live with my mother and we have a dog. And the dog loves to watch television. And my mother and my dog watch television. And whenever my mother turns off the television, it starts howling. So I have to take my mother with me to Tennessee, to Memphis. So, and we'll live in this lovely bungalow, and you're coming with me to look after my dog and be with me, give me company. So I wasn't very keen, but it was the rule you have to go by. So we went to Memphis with the dog. And we got this very nice bungalow, television, everything. And then one day she came to me and she said, oh, Ipsita, you're so lucky. I said, why? She said, today we've got a lunch invitation. So I said, okay, you go. I don't feel like going to some lunch invitation. She said, you will when you hear whose it is. I said, who? She said, Elvis Presley.
wow.
So I said, well, I mean, yes, he's well known. He's handsome. He's all this. Because I was at that age also. So she said, come with me. He wants both of us to come to Graceland. That's where he used to live in Memphis. So I said, but won't it look odd? I mean, after all, you are the one in this. I mean, you are tagging me along. She said, well, I tagged you along to Memphis to look after my dog. I want you to come. So we drove down to his house in Graceland. And he was very hospitable. And we sat by the pool. We had lemonade. Then he said, my mother has cooked southern fried chicken. Come and eat lunch. So he was very good. Then this is, I mean, where it comes. Like, now I had my full training. So I shouldn't, at that point, have been thinking of romantic things. But when I saw him, even though I hadn't wanted to come, I felt he's, rather nice,
Attractive man.
attractive man. And he was, coming on pretty strong. And but the thing was that he was a lover of India. He was a real lover of India. He used to keep the Gita by his bedside.
Oh wow, Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley, very few people know this. He used to keep the Gita by his bedside. He used to read up Hinduism, India, And when he saw me, he started asking me all about these things, which I knew not that much about at that point.
You must have been a teenager.
I was just finishing. I just finished my graduation from this place, so I was in my
21, 22.
yeah, around that 20, around that. So that was that. Then he said that they call me a sex symbol, but I'm not really that. Do you know? Then he was asking me about Wicca, of course. Then he said, I can heal. So I said, how can you heal? Have you ever learned anything? He said, no, I'm a natural healer. Then he told me a story about a neighbor before he became famous and all that, who had a son who was partly crippled in one leg. I don't know, due to what nerve problem or something. And he used to sit on the veranda every day, and a small boy, and look out at people passing by. And at that time, Elvis said, I used to walk to work, wherever he was working. And he said, every day I would walk up to that veranda, pat the little boy on the head, and just run my hand down his spine because I felt I could help him. And within about 6 months, he said, the little boy, he started standing up and then taking small steps. So he said it could be that he was just hungry for company and he liked my going, and that gave him confidence. Or it could be that I have that healing power in me. Because look at the way the fans behave when I'm near them. It's not that I ask them or I instigate them in any way. So I said, it could be, of course it could be. So then he said, Ipsita, I like you very much. You're very pretty. So I said, well, all Indians are. So then he wanted to keep up the relationship for some time, you know. And then, of course, other things happened. He went into the army and all that. But he used to keep up connection.
I'm sorry I'm asking you this. Did you date him?
He came down to Montreal on the sly once or twice.
Okay.
He was in Memphis. He was going to Hollywood and back from Memphis to Hollywood. On the way back from his shoot once, he came down to Montreal where I was. And at that time, yes, I mean, we were
Seeing each other for a bit.
seeing each other for a bit.
How was his world?
His world was in the beginning at that time, I don't think he could quite take in that fame, you know, that mania. It wasn't only fame, it was mania. And the way these girls, not only girls, even older people, you know, he had a pink Cadillac. And if he went indoors to do his show, they would fall around the Cadillac, kissing the Cadillac. Yeah, that sort of mania, you know, madness. I don't know why, but he inspired that. So I told him that, what do you think about this sort of attitude? He said, it's my healing power. So it was like that. I mean, he loved India. And, well, I mean, life rolls on, but it was a phase in my life which I remember well.
When you heard of his demise later on,
Yeah.
what went on in your head?
Well, you know, towards the end, only once or twice towards the end had he contacted me. He was pretty sick then, and I was in India. And he had bloated. He was unhappy about that. He would say that I'm not that old, Elvis. I don't want you to see me. Because once I told him he had very much wanted to come to India. So I told him, take a break, come here. He said, no, you don't want to see me like this. You won't like me like this. So I said, that's a different thing. Don't be silly. The person, it's not what you look like. So he said, no, I mean, the old Elvis is gone. And I know you didn't like me for what I looked like, but I don't like myself anymore. And then one day he had this collapse on stage. He sat down. So his managers told him, you cancel the show. This was sometime in August, I think, yeah. And he said, no, I won't cancel it. I'll carry on because the fans have paid money. They expect me to sing. Even if I don't sing as well, I'll carry on. And he finished that show. And the last song I think he sang, which he told me about just that day,
Unchained Melody.
Unchained Melody.
Oh, okay.
He sang that, which was, I thought, very significant that he should sing that. And then I think the next month, he did this in July, I think it was in August, he just collapsed. And that was it. In the bathroom, he had collapsed. And Priscilla, I think, didn't like me much. She once wrote in a magazine that he was very involved with a Wiccan priestess. So, and she sort of chased him to Memphis. He wasn't very happy about that. Yeah, that was destiny.
Do you think he's back on this earth?
I think he's in this very room, looking at you.
Is that the mischievous side or the...
No, the serious side.
I liked Elvis Presley when I was a kid.
Yeah?
Yeah. You heard a bunch of his songs a lot.
Okay.
I don't know what I picked up from. There was actually this one show which was very popular in India. I'm sure you've seen it. Full House. Back in the early 2000s. It was an old American show. So one of the characters was obsessed with Elvis Presley.
Oh.
John Stamos' character. Jesse. Uncle Jesse.
His birthday was just yesterday.
Whose?
Elvis Presley.
Elvis Presley.
I'm a
I
fan.
came on the right day
Wow.
to see another Elvis Presley.
No. I've definitely picked up something from it. I think the
The
hair.
hair.
Yeah. Like, I always... Anyway,
Yeah.
there was something I picked up from Elvis Presley when I was a kid. Hi, Elvis.
That's what made me come.
Oh,
I think he's here. Looking at
थैंक यू फॉर कंज्यूमिंग दिस क्लिप दोस्तों. अगर ऐसे ही और क्लिप्स एक्सप्लोर करने हैं तो इस चैनल के प्लेलिस्ट्स को ज़रूर एक्सप्लोर करना.